Why my biceps finally started growing. When I first started training biceps, I thought the answer was simple. Pick up the heaviest weight you can and curl it. I saw people swinging the weight, leaning back and using momentum, so I copied them. I thought if the weight was moving, my biceps must be growing. Over time, I realized that wasn't working for me. Most of the effort was coming from my shoulders, lower back, and momentum instead of my biceps. I was lifting heavier weights, but I wasn't getting the results I expected. That's when I slowed everything down. Instead of throwing the weight up, I focused on controlling every rep. I let my arms straighten almost completely at the bottom, then curled the weight up under control. At the top, I squeezed my biceps for a second before lowering the weight slowly. The lowering phase became just as important as the lifting phase. One thing that really helped me was stopping my ego from choosing the weight. I realized I'd rather curl a lighter weight properly than a heavy weight with bad form. Once I accepted that, my workouts became much more effective. I also stopped changing exercises every week. For me, consistency was more important than constantly looking for the next best exercise. I'd stick with movements like barbell curls, dumbbell curls, and hammer curls, trying to improve a little each week instead of starting over. Another thing I noticed was that recovery matters just as much as training. Your biceps don't grow while you're curling. They grow afterwards, when you're eating enough protein, getting enough calories, and giving your muscles time to recover. If you train them hard every day, you're not giving them much chance to adapt. Progressive overload became the biggest difference. That doesn't always mean adding more weight. Sometimes it means getting one extra rep, improving your technique, slowing the lowering phase, or reducing the amount of momentum you use. Small improvements add up over months. One technique I still use today is on my final rep. When I reach failure and can't quite finish another curl, I sometimes use my free hand to help the weight through the hardest part of the lift. Then I lower it back down under control using only the working arm. For me, that lets me get a bit more quality work into the muscle without turning every rep into a cheat rep. I also learned that bigger arms don't come from biceps alone. Your triceps make up a larger portion of your upper arm, so if you ignore triceps, you're leaving arm size on the table. I train both because I want balanced arms, not just a big bicep peak. People often ask me what the secret is to bigger biceps. There wasn't one secret. It was controlling my reps, staying consistent, eating enough to grow, and gradually getting stronger over time. That's what worked for me, and that's how I finally started seeing my biceps grow.